Hello and welcome to another episode of Ask the Experts. I'm Rachel Landry, and today I'm joined by my colleague Uning Liu, who is an application specialist here at the company. Today, Uning will be talking to us about how to create a custom shader in Global Mapper. All right, Uning, take it away.
Thank you, Rachel. The shader is a color ramp applied to visualize the grid data, mostly elevation data, the slope data, by elevation, slope, and slope direction. But now, if we got custom grid data, say like for this, in this case, snow depth, we might need a custom shader instead. So now we are introduced the custom shader option to how to create them. This can control exactly how the data is rendered in terms of how pixel values relate to color. So now it is a snow depth map in main state in the United States. So I've generate this grid layer by using our latest geostatistical tool called Kriging to generate this snow depth map to show how the snow depth is distributed spatially in March 2022 in Maine. You can see that the range of the snow depth is from 0 inches to 45 inches, being blue to be gradient to red. It is our built-in shader option. It's called Atlas, mostly used for elevation terrain data. But now I'm thinking of creating a custom shader, which is something like a blue and white combination for better visualization. So we can use the drop-down menu and add custom shader. We can name it Snow Step. And you can enter the value and the corresponding color. So now from scratch. So now let's do 0 and add in color blue and enter 30, add in color white. You might notice the units are either in meters or feet. This is because they are most widely used units for displaying the terrain data. While we have now the snow depth data, so what we really focus on is the value itself. We are not doing any actual analysis. Instead, we are using the customer shader for visualization. So what really matters is the value itself. Now to quickly populate a list of value with a series of evenly spaced values, we can use this button, evenly spaced elevation starting at an arbitrary base elevation. The first pop-up is to enter the base elevation. Let's do 0. And the second pop-up is asking the increment value. Let's do 5 increments. And we click no to create new values inside current range, which is from 0 to 30. So click no. Now you can see there are 7 intervals for your custom shader. Here are other options for this custom shader at the bottom. So now we just uncheck the blend color between elevation or slope values because we want the visualization being discrete difference. So you can see in the change in the preview view. So let's click OK. To ask Global Mapper to render your data using the custom shader, you use the drop-down menu and go to the snow depth, and you are able to see the snow depth map is showing on your in your map view. You can also edit your custom shader by going to the Configure tool, Shader option, and Custom Shader section, and click Edit. You can add more value if you want to highlight it. Let's say like 35. Do the hot pink and purple for 40. You can save the color palette if you would like to share to your colleague or for reuse. And click No to store the actual elevation value. Click Apply. You can see it now in Global Mapper. You are showing the newly edited custom shader. You can also click this button to reverse colors of selected shader. It is able to render both grid layers using different shaders at the same time. For example, if you got elevation data, let's do it to stream online data using our online data connection tool. Before we pre-select the polygon, and we use the connection tool, and we select download within currently select polygon for elevation data download. After clicking connect, you can see there is a elevation data grid as well in your map view. You drag to at the bottom after you make sure that the layer display is in reverse order. Double click the elevation options and you change the shader at the layer level. So now we change to daylight shader while enabling the hill shading. And you can also and go back to the snow depth. Go back to the snow depth. You can improve your map looking using the blend mode. And now it's a finished map.
Uning, thank you so much for showing us that demonstration. I know that that is a very popular workflow in Global Mapper and that our users will find it very useful. To learn more about Global Mapper and Global Mapper Pro, please visit bloomarblegeo.com today. And as always, we hope that you'll join us for our next episode.